So I'm working close up now, so I'm going to take my glasses off. We've taken our seeds and put them in a nice white plate. The reason I've put them on a nice white plate is so that I can see them. They don't blend in with anything else. I could probably pick these up one by one and put them in each of these individual holes that you see, these little indentations in the soil blocks, which is ready-made within the soil blocker. I don't have to do that. Alright, but I'm going to show you how I do this. I'm going to wet a toothpick, pick up a seed, just like that. Pick up another seed, and there we go. Now the germination on these is printed on the soil packet, or in the seed packet rather. The germination is 50% or 80%. So I'm putting 2 in each one because I don't want 20% of these not to have growth. So I would rather thin later, which means just pull one out. Whichever one comes up first, I'll keep. The one that comes in second, well, second place loses, right? So I'll just do this. This is a really good technique for smaller seeds. You get some seeds like pansies that are just like little dots. Lobelia seeds are very, very small. They're like grains of pepper. And so this is a really good technique for that. These, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, whether I do this way. I wet my stick again. And this should be about 25. It's probably about 50 seeds here. So I am going to waste a little bit of seed, but I'm not going to be wasting soil blocks, which is a more expensive deal. And I don't think we're going to want more than 25 of these anyway. So obviously, we're going to have 25 of one thing, which I think these are peppermint stick zinnias or asters or something. 25 of something else. So I need to cover these, and you're going to stop. Now we have our whole flat planted with seeds. And what we decided to do, because we checked our other package of seeds, there was only 20 seeds in it. So we planted 30 of the aster and 20 zinnia. What I did was I took a paint pen, a nice silver paint pen, nice contrast with the black, wrote on that this is aster, tiger paws mixed, zinnia, Zahara, which tells us exactly what's planted in these flats and how many, where they go to. So what we have to do now is cover them up. You can read on the package how deep they're supposed to be planted. The zinnia is supposed to be just covered. So just barely cover. So I'm just gonna barely cover each one. I use my finger and just barely cover each one. That's a little unusual. Sometimes they need to be planted a little deeper. It's a bigger seed. Of course you didn't see that, but it is just a slightly bigger seed than the aster. So just going to cover them. One of the wonderful things about starting your own seeds, now we're on to the next one, which is the aster, and they need to be covered they're about a quarter of an inch deep. So you're going to notice that I fill these in just a little bit better. As I was saying, one of the lovely things about growing your own seeds is sometimes, as in with these tiger paws mixed, you can pretty much buy them anywhere. But not only is it a lot of fun to start the seeds, sometimes, as in this brand of zinnia, you generally don't see them everywhere. So you can buy things out of a seed catalog that really different and original, and you just don't see them everywhere. Perhaps a color that you like that just isn't in the stores, or a double bloom, or whatever. And it's just really nice. So I've got these almost done, and you can see how quickly that went. I was fairly gentle. They're all done. Now when we want to water these, the soil blocks are different than a lot of the other things. They need to be misted until the plants get up and the root ball fills out to hold the soil block in place. So you need to mist them, because if you pour something on them, they're just going to dissolve into a big puddle of mud, obviously. So you got to be very careful about how you water them. Other than that, soil blocks are great. One flat, 60 plants. Some of them will grow up as doubles. These are all planted singly, but they're a 95% germination rate. These are an 80% germination rate, so I planted them all double. So we'll pinch those off as they come up to make sure we have one in each one. And that's it. They should germinate. They need to be at 70 degrees centigrade, or 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees centigrade. And so instead of starting these in the basement, we start some of them in the basement that like to be a little cooler. These are going to be started upstairs and then transferred to the basement under the lights, which they'll hopefully like.